K푸드 열풍에 힘입어 해외에 진출한 한식당 수가 최근 8배나 가까이 증가한 것으로 나타났습니다. 25일 농림축산식품부에 따르면 한류 열풍이 본격화된 직후부터 해외 한식당 사업에 진출한 기업과 식당 수가 빠르게 늘고 있다고 전했는데요. 그동안 미국에서 한식당이 한국계 이민자들을 위한 식당이었다면 이제는 본토 맛을 찾는 외국인들의 입맛을 따라 한식당이 해외로 진출하고 있습니다. 2010년만 하더라도 미쉐린 가이드에는 별을 획득한 한식당이 한 군데도 없었는데 2022년에는 21곳, 2023년에는 27곳으로 늘기도 했죠. 이 같은 인기에 힘입어 옥스포드 영어사전에 한식 관련 단어만 9개가 추가로 실리기도 했는데요. 전 세계 경제 문화 중심지인 뉴욕에서 한식은 가장 고급스러운 음식으로 인식되면서 고급 한식 레스토랑이 증가하고 있는 것은 물론 K 콘텐츠 속 한국의 김밥, 핫도그 등 길거리 음식도 인기를 끌고 있습니다. 하지만 늘 변함없이 인기를 얻는 것은 한국의 양념고기라고 합니다. 현지인들을 대상으로 한식당을 운영하는 셰프가 방송에 출연해 한식을 전하는 일도 늘어나고 있는데요. 해당 방송에는 메인 요리로 LA갈비가 등장했지만 진행자는 오히려 반찬에 놀랍니다. 세계 유일하게 한국에만 있는 식문화인 반찬, 또 반찬 가짓수에 또 한 번 놀라 충격을 받을 정도였죠.
Tell me a little bit about the restaurant and your family.
So it's a family-run restaurant. We have a lot of love put into it. Trying to make sure everyone gets the best food that they could possibly afford.
And your family, part of your family is here.
Yes.
You want to say hi to
In the crowd,
everybody?
we got
Who do
my
we
mom,
have?
my dad, my grandma, my brother over there.
Awesome. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you for all the great food because love is, of course, the most important ingredient.
Yes, yes.
So you're going to make kind of a traditional dish today. What are we making?
Today we're gonna make some cauli short ribs. We have the soy sauce, the sugar, the ginger, the garlic, the pineapple juice, the black pepper and sesame oil. Let's just
Oh my
dump it
gosh.
all in there.
All in here. Okay. And so is this a sauce that is used in a lot of things or is this
A lot
unique
of
to-
things, but it's definitely the portions of everything is very crucial depending on how you like your flavor.
So
part
tell
of
me about the flavors.
flavor, it's a soy sauce, sugary base, so it's got a sort of sweeter, almost similar to a teriyaki, but not so sweet. It's got a more robust flavor to it. It's got a lot of good, got a lot of robustness to it. So you're gonna taste a lot of sweetness, nice char to it. It's gonna be really, really good.
Okay, I'm doing badly at
Hey, it's
getting
all-
everything
it's
mixed
all
up.
good,
But
it's
we're
all
almost
good.
there. I am loving on it like crazy.
Good,
I am
good, good.
loving on this right now. So
So
how long do you marinate things
You marinate
for?
it for at least 1 day. So when you cut it thinner like this instead of keeping the big chunks of kalbi, it's gonna marinate a lot quicker. It's gonna seep into the meat a lot faster, and it's gonna make a nice, more richer flavor.
You're going to get lots of flavor. Okay.
And we're gonna lay it right on. You want to hear that nice sizzle.
Ooh.
You want a nice and you want to get a nice scorch onto it. Usually we typically grill it at the restaurant, but since we're doing it on a pan, you want to make sure it's on medium to high, and you get that nice sort of sizzle to it.
The audience is going to attack us. Oh, I forgot the sugar, didn't I?
It's okay. It's okay.
And let's get that mixed in there. Let me
See,
get this
as long
right.
as long as your love and effort is into
My
it,
love
it's
and
gonna
effort
taste
is
the
in-
same. It's gonna taste the same.
Doesn't matter when you add it. Just make
No,
sure
no,
you
no,
add
no,
it
no,
at
no,
some
no.
point.
We don't complain about food. We just want to make sure it comes out correctly.
Exactly.
Making sure everything's good.
Oh, look how quickly that cut.
Very quickly. So that's why once you get that nice medium to hot pan, once it sears, gets that nice sort of texture on there, caramelization, it's going to get that nice juicy flavor into it. And you want to cook it medium rare so it's nice and tender.
Okay,
Very
that's
tender.
yummy.
And then once it's finished product, we got the finished product right here.
Oh, look at that.
And as far as Korean cuisine goes, you're never just ordering, as far as a restaurant or anywhere, you're never just eating just the main entree.
Because it's family style, there's other things. So there are small dishes.
Of
What
course.
are those called?
So we got 9 different dishes right here. This is called panchan, or
Panchan.
pretty much side dishes.
Okay.
So instead of going to Outback Steakhouse choosing 1 or 2 of the 7 side dishes they choose, we just give you all of them. So throughout the
With
meal,
everything.
everything.
Okay.
So you order more for the more people, the more you get, and they're bottomless.
So they're, oh my goodness.
Yes.
I'm like thunderstruck at the
Yes,
idea of
yes.
bottomless side dishes.
As many
Go
as you'd
through
like.
each of these, would you, so we know what
We
we're
have the
looking
sesame
at.
garlic bean sprout right there. It's blanched. We throw some sesame oil, salt and pepper, garlic definitely.
Yummy.
We got the egg. We got fish cake, which is pretty much different fishes pounded out into almost a tofu texture.
Amazing.
There's a Korean herb called bracken. It's got a nice earthiness
Oh,
to
can I
it.
take a taste just
Of
to see what it is?
course, very
what is
healthy.
this again?
It's the root of a fern. Nice earthy flavor to it. In soups, it's got this really robust flavor to it.
It has almost like a mushroomy, earthy.
A lot of people like it compared to a mushroom. We got our deep fried potatoes, Korean French fries. We got our seaweed right here. We got our broccoli with tofu egg, radish kimchi, infamous kimchi, and a pickled radish.
That is interesting. So a lot of things are pickled.
Definitely.
So you-
a lot of probiotics in there.
Yep.
It's definitely good for the gut biome. So throughout the meal, you'll be taking little bites of rice, little bite of a side dish, little bite of your main dish.
So it's meant to get all the flavors
Yes,
in.
and don't feel bad if you look like a quote-unquote pig. It's sort of just getting everything in your mouth, mixing and matching the textures and flavors.
I like this
So
idea.
some people like the bean sprout with the rice and the short ribs all in one bite. Some people don't like bean sprout. Some people are allergic, so they like to hit it with some broccoli. So on and so forth. Once you sort of figure it out, now this is where the fun happens. While you're eating, you're taking them all down, throw them off to us. We keep refilling it for you.
This sounds like so much fun. How do you do your rice?
So the rice is actually a sweet rice, a white rice, and a Korean black rice blend.
Oh, interesting.
Adds a nice nuttiness to it, nice texture, and it's got this really good earthy flavor to it. So in some of our fried rice dishes, it's going to bring out a totally different flavor than you've traditionally had.
Okay, now I have to look at my notes to get the name right, but bibimbap. What is that?
Bibimbap is a very, very fun one. So this is a traditional bibimbap. Comes in a hot clay pot layer with some rice on the bottom, assortment of different side dishes on top. Then once it comes out, this should be sizzling. We throw an egg on top, you mix it all together.
Oh my gosh.
Now, if you wanted to do this in a fun way, with all your leftovers if you're cooking at home,
Throw those in too?
exactly. You pack it for your honey, you pack it for the wife, for the husband and everything. Send it off home and he goes, what is this? You just give him a little bit of this sauce.
What is that?
It's a Korean gochujang,
Which means?
Korean chili paste.
Okay, so it's a little hot.
Yeah.
Tell me about the cultural meaning of this.
The cultural meaning, so this actually derives from, they don't know exactly where it came from, but we had this Korean tradition called chesa, which is once your family member passes away, you bring all these sort of food for them, you praise them, you have a nice little family get together, and then it was thought of, back in the day, all your leftovers you put into a big pile, mix it together, and eat as a family.
That is so cool. And there's some reason I'm told why you shouldn't stick your chopsticks straight up in the bowl. Tell me about that, because we're learning all these
for
things.
sure. Another thing about Korean cuisine is while you're eating, it's a lot about respect.
Okay.
So while you're eating, especially if you're eating with elderly people, slower eaters, so on and so forth, you are pacing your eating with the other
theirs.
people.
Okay.
Making sure they're having a good time while you're having a good time, because it's all about the respect in the community, right?
So the elder person eats first.
Elder person eats first, you eat with them, you eat at the same pace. You don't stick the chopsticks in because that means your food wasn't good enough for you to actually put in your mouth. It's just good enough for you to stick your chopsticks in.
Oh, okay. So that's an important thing to know, right? What's your favorite?
My favorite is actually shorb.
What we're making,
Yes,
right?
it's one of those things as far as a Korean, if I just do not have once a month, I just go crazy.
Once a month?
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know.
I would have this every other day.
But a
I
broccoli
think it
cheddar
smells
soup,
so
you know what
good.
I'm saying? One of those type of things
Yep.
that you just need it.
That's awesome. I've been nibbling and it's delicious all the way through. Oh, there was one more dish. We didn't talk about this.
Usually, oh yeah, also
clams?
usually a Korean nice meal would usually be accompanied by some soup. Just a basic soft tofu soup. You got some very silky tofu in there, not firm tofu,
man.
a seafood one. And then a special thing about the soft tofu soup is we crack an egg right before it comes out.
Wow.
So you get to choose whether you want your egg raw or nice and yolky or cook like an egg drop soup.
Perfect. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
여러분의 소중한 의견을 남겨주세요. 바쁘시더라도 구독과 좋아요 부탁드립니다. 지금까지 단골이시였습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.